Hey boos, I am coming to you all finally with my Sally Hansen Insta Gel Strips review. This is the full kit that you all remember I got back in a Sunday savings a couple of months ago actually, and it was extremely cheap. I paid like I think less than $5 or $6 for the full kit, and I got the full kit in Why Not. And what I'm going to be speaking with you more about today are the kind of refill gel strips, or the individual manicures, the various colors, because that's what I've been able to officially try. And here recently, and even as of today, at my local CVS and Rite Aid, some of these are 75% off. All of the individual ones that I have purchased have always been 75% off. They regularly run somewhere between $10 and $15 a pack for one. And one holds 16 of the strips and essentially one manicure's worth, as well as a full-size top coat, one of the little small mini nail files, a cuticle stick, and some alcohol wipes for you to be able to cleanse the nail off after you have cured the top coat. I'll show you what the strips look like. The strips come like this. They have a little plastic piece, a protector over top of it, and then underneath is the strip itself. And if you pull at the little silver tab, the entire strip comes off. The biggest con is probably the price. One of the big savings for me about doing my gel manicures at home is that I'm saving from what I would have to pay out at the salon. If I were to pay $15 for one manicure, I could put $10, $5 extra towards that and get my own gel manicure at the actual salon. So the savings would not be there for that. However, some say that that's offset because you do get a full-size top coat in each one of the boxes themselves. So just for the top coat, and it is a very good top coat in my opinion, some people might see that as worthwhile. For me, unless I have it at the 75% off or a steeply discounted price, it's just not worth the savings. But when they are 75% off, it absolutely is worth the savings because I'm making up for it in the top coats. But then to the same degree, even if I'm only paying $3, how many top coats do I really need? If I'm getting a full-size bottle of top coat with each one of them, and I got 10 different colors there, I got 10 bottles of top coat and no manicures to put it on in the end, unless I have, other brands that I want to use that top coat with. So it's kind of a give and take there on that particular end. There's a very wide selection of colors. There's also some nail designs, which can be really good if you're a person like me and you're very anal about your nail design. That would be a wonderful way to go. The downside is, but once you open up the airtight package that has these strips inside, you are unable to use them anymore. You have to use them all in that manicure, or else they're going to dry out and go to waste. I know my girl Polish Talk Plus, y'all should follow her on Facebook. She is thinking about doing some experimentation with these to see if there's any way to refresh these or to revive these and still make them useful once you've done your single manicure, because if not, you might lose them. If you're like me, most of the time if I'm doing a design, it's just an accent nail. It's not all 5 of my nails in leopard print or whatever. So I would like to be able to purchase the strips, use 1 or 2 as a design, and still be able to go back and use them again later, or switch up the nail that I use in the next manicure as my accent. I really can't do that with this product because they do dry out and they're unable to be used thereafter. However, during the first use, I found them very easy to use. I did use a tweezer, which I found it easier to peel the strip off and control it, and then I would just line it up to the nail. A trick for that, when you do line it up to the nail, it kind of draws to your nail like a moth to a flame, almost like it's magnetic or something. It draws to the nail, but as long as you don't press down, you still have a couple more times where you can pick it up, readjust it, and line it up to where you would want it to be. Another thing to consider is if you are like me and your nails are extremely weak. As you all know, I am exclusive to Vitagel. I'm not sponsored in any way by Gelish. They probably do not have any clue that I even exist. Trust me. But I use that exclusively because my nails are so weak, and it's the only thing that gives me that strength. This is not going to provide you any strength to your nail. I actually applied it over my Vita Gel base coat. I did 2 to 3 coats of the Vita Gel. I wiped off the sticky residue layer, and then I put my strip over it. And quite honestly, I did not have any problems with that. It is still on my nails. I've had this manicure for much more than a week. There's no peeling, there's no chipping. This one is in Sheer Ecstasy, which is 75% off at some of the Rite Aids and CVS, and it's just that neutral, almost like the top that you would have on a French manicure, is the color that it is, and I've really liked it. It's definitely very, very work appropriate, and I've had a wonderful experience with it. But if it were not for that Vita Gel, I would not get any added strength, which is something for those of us who have very weak nails to consider. You may want to put some sort of strengthener like Vita Gel down in order to maintain your manicure. The lasting time, like I said, I saw no difference between that and all the rest of my gel polishes that I've used before. It really was easy to use. It was easy to apply. Once I lined it up and I pressed it down, I didn't have any like significant air bubbles or anything, especially with the color this sheer, which is why I wanted to test it out with this to see if bubbles were actually going to be there. If I use a very opaque color, I would not be able to see that. So I purposely used this. I did not see any significant bubbles or anything that I was unable to easily press out. Maybe 1 or 2, but nothing that pulled away from the actual look of the manicure itself. Also, when you put it on the nail, the strip is there, and then you have a lot of excess hanging off that you bend down and then you're supposed to file off. I chose to use a crystal file, much like you would with a minx nail or something like that. I chose to use that because it was a little more gentle, and I did have my Vita Gel on as a base coat, and I did not want to disrupt that and cause that to possibly chip or peel. And I had very good success with it. So that is something that you may also want to try, as opposed to using the mini file that comes in the kit itself. The only difficulty that I had during application was sometimes if I bent the excess over my nail and pressed a little too hard, sometimes the strip would just come on off without me even needing to file, which sounds a little convenient, but sometimes it doesn't give you that clean file. I had one little area, and you can't even see it, so I won't even bother, but there was one little area that on the tip of the corner, it had kind of chipped away. It wasn't a clean break across that nail. And so for those of us who are very anal about our manicures, you know, that could be something that could be a little bit of a nuisance to you. So that's something to just watch out for. And possibly the biggest drawback with this product, excluding the price itself, is that the kit that I initially purchased only comes with this individual finger curing lamp sort of thing. I did not use that. I used my Sensational 4-finger lamp. I put all 4 of the strips on my nails. I buffed off the excess, put on the top coat on all 4 nails, and I cured together for 30 seconds. With this kit, you would have to cure 30 seconds per nail, doing 1 nail at a time. That would really increase, for me, the time that it takes to do the manicure. The point of the strips for me is to be able to get that even, clean manicure, but not to increase the time that it takes to do the manicure by 5 or 6 times that amount. So that is something to also consider. If you have a larger lamp that you use as a gel nail girl, I would go ahead and use that. I had no problems, as opposed to using the individual lamp. Now, if you are just doing a design, great. I think it would be a great usage for that, or if you're just doing a nail repair. But if you're doing the whole manicure, I would go ahead and use my larger lamp as opposed to the individual one. Other than that, I was really happy with this product. And if you can get it on sale for the 75% off like they are right now at some of your Rite Aids and CVS's, run right out, pick it up. If you're a gel nail girl like myself, this will be very, very convenient. I think that the product is a very good product, especially if you can get it on sale. If not, I would weigh the costs in that. It has a great top coat in there, and it's very easy to apply. If you have any other questions, definitely comment down below and I will certainly let you know. Hopefully you can get out there and find those deals and be able to pick up some of these at your local Rite Aid or CVS very soon. I hope this helped. Take care. Bye.